In the quiet suburbs, where darkness hides behind every facade, young Emma steps into a seemingly ordinary babysitting job, but as whispers echo through the baby monitor and shadows loom in the dimly lit corners, she quickly learns that some homes harbor secrets far more sinister than she ever imagined. In a seemingly tranquil suburban neighborhood, young Emma was thrilled to take on a babysitting job at the Masons' home, eager to save money for her college dreams. The night began innocently, filled with chatter and laughter as she played with the children. However, as their laughter faded and the clock struck midnight, an unsettling quiet enveloped the house. Emma's enthusiasm quickly dissipated, replaced by an unsettling feeling that crept in like the shadows around her. A sudden crackle from the baby monitor jolted her from her thoughts. Heart racing, she leaned in closer. "Is anyone there?" she whispered, half expecting a playful answer from the children. Instead, only the sound of soft whimpers echoed back. Hairs on the back of her neck stood on end, but she shook it off as paranoia. The rain outside began to pour heavily, drumming against the windows and casting ominous shadows throughout the room. Each subsequent night grew more terrifying, as Emma sensed a dark presence lurking within the home. The once welcoming environment became a pressure cooker of unease. During one visit, she stumbled upon a hastily hidden diary in the father's office. The ink-stained pages revealed chilling entries, cascading stories of past babysitters who had mysteriously disappeared, their faces haunting the pages like ghosts begging for help. Betrayed by the family she once admired, Emma's heart filled with fear and determination. She realized she was caught in a web of danger, and the child's safety depended on her. Her fears reached a boiling point when she confronted the Masons about what she had discovered. The father's eyes blazed with anger, his voice a low growl. "You know nothing about this family," he roared, his hands gripping the edge of the desk until his knuckles turned white. Emma felt the wave of hopelessness wash over her, but something deep within her refused to back down. The confrontation stung with heartbreak, yet it fueled her resolve to protect the innocent child who slept blissfully unaware of the terror surrounding them. As she gathered the courage to investigate further, the weight of her discovery pressed heavily on her shoulders. A chilling call from a former babysitter echoed in her mind, warning, "Get out now before it's too late." The urgency of those words propelled her forward, yet doubt clawed at her insides. What was she risking by staying? Emma returned to the Masons' home, her heart pounding with equal parts fear and adrenaline. The rain had begun again, draping the street in a somber veil as she approached the front door. Inside, shadows danced menacingly along the walls, and she felt the atmosphere thicken with dread. The basement door, slightly ajar, beckoned her. Against her better judgment, she descended the creaky stairs into the darkness. Each step felt like an echo of her fears, a countdown to disaster. Inside, a chilling tableau awaited her. Disturbing items littered the floor, a collection of personal belongings from previous babysitters, photographs of grinning children now framed in eerie contexts. Emma's stomach twisted in knots as the horror of her discovery enveloped her. Could those girls have been victims of the very family she had trusted? Just as those thoughts coalesced into panic, the sound of heavy footsteps resonated from above. Emma's heart raced. She needed to get out, fast. Racing back up the stairs, she collided with the father, his eyes wild and filled with rage. "What do you think you're doing?" he snarled, blocking her escape route with his looming presence. Tension hung thick in the air as they faced off. Emma's voice trembled but steadied as she called 112, desperate for help. Her breaths came in sharp gasps, each syllable weighed down with fear. "I need assistance, the child is in danger." The father lunged toward her, but seconds later, the blaring sirens cut through the atmosphere like a knife, illuminating the darkened room. Police flooded the space, overwhelming the tension with the hope of salvation. Officers apprehended the Masons, their victorious shouts ringing in heavy silence. Emma felt a wave of relief wash over her, an end to the torment that had consumed her thoughts for so long. After the ordeal, Emma found herself standing on a rooftop, bathed in the warm glow of dawn. The first rays of sunlight pierced through the clouds, illuminating her path ahead. Although the nightmares lingered in her mind, she recognized the strength she had gained through this harrowing experience. She had faced her fears and emerged victorious, a fierce protector of innocence. As she took a deep breath, the chill of fear evaporated under the warmth of hope. She was ready to embrace her future, a journey defined by resilience and empowerment. Emma had transformed from a timid babysitter into a courageous warrior, forged in the fires of darkness. With eyes fixed on the horizon, she stepped into the light, determined to carve out a better path for herself and those vulnerable. Through the journey of betrayal, pain, silent suffering, and rising courage, Emma had established not just her resilience but a newfound purpose, to be a voice for the voiceless and a fierce advocate for all those who felt powerless in the face of fear. It was a story of redemption, a powerful testament of overcoming nightmares to emerge into the light.